That is why you are here. So why should I waste time? So during the last couple of weeks, we were understanding what exactly is the cause of suffering, problems, why we suffer, and how to settle in meditation once and forever. And remember, knowledge is realized in stages. The way I have been repeating, seed does not become a tree overnight. What is the first thought comes to your mind when you see this beard guy? And why I said so? So we have to understand these two things. Situation outside, a person outside is one thing, but perception in the mind is totally different. Are you getting it? Perception. So for one person, the situation is terrible. For the other, it is an opportunity. It is the perception in the mind. Do you see that? So that creates a kind of a delusion. Have you heard about white coat hypertension? The moment majority of the people, they found it almost 20, 25 years ago. The moment a group of the people, when they approach the doctor, they enter into the clinic and medical center, the white coat created a hypertension. Perception. Perception. So at least there were three, it was a good research studies, possibly 300 subjects were studied. And they found that they do not suffer from hypertension and they were taking prescription pills to manage their hypertension. That is why we have to destroy this delusion and move to dispassion in our life. Vidya dadati vinayam. I love this. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinayam dadati patratvam, patratvat dhanamapnuti, dhanat dharma tatah sukham. Do you still remember? No worries. If you don't remember, I'll repeat it again. Why you don't remember? Because of that perception and projection is still present in the mind. Did you get it? So knowledge results into humility. I explained the humility. And if you do not, you don't remember, so you can go to the previous. And the humility gives us the qualification. That qualifications makes me a seeker. And then seeker follows, lives the life, inner wealth, and from the inner wealth, we have a life of the Shreyas, and from the life of the Shreyas, awakening takes place. I believe you all remember. So, I feel happy being busy, asserting egoistic thoughts, and that causes the suffering. That projection in present in the mind in terms of trillions of impressions, they are known as vasanas. They are known as past impression. So we have to attack those thoughts and feeling by dispassion and discernment, then otherwise what will happen? The mind will return to the same delusion. Have you heard the word delusion? No, you have heard it. I have covered that in a couple of weeks. What is delusion? That which appears true, but it is not true. I hate this guy. That appears true. Existence is not hating the guy. How dare you can hate the guy? Mind, delusion. Why it happens? Because of discernment, lack of dispassion and discernment. Not having a discernment is living an animal life with the animal mind. Master declares. If I don't have a dispassion, I live the life of a delusion. And the delusion causes the suffering I have already covered. Discernment and dispassion kills slowly the desire that projects happiness in the world. Happiness is not there. We fall back again and again in the absence of discernment and dispassion. So the entire journey, I will cover that journey, What is that? No, I will create a topic and then I will create that. Am I clear about the journey of life, or I'm still wandering in my life? So anyhow, come back. So the entire journey is moving away and moving near. Moving away from daily stress, fatigue, agitation, duality, and delusion. And moving near to discernment and dispassion. I'm coming to the topic, main topic today. And that happens when we listen to the teacher about these principles, who customizes. Then we have to contemplate and reflect, and ultimately we have to do the practice to reach to that higher state. It's a bow, bow is not. So now the simple answer. What is the simple answer? Are you paying attention? Or the mind is still projecting somewhere? Think of this. We need that awareness. Otherwise, the journey of the seeker will fail. What topic that I want to cover briefly today? The universal law of existence is always working at every moment in my life. If I tune with that universal law, if I tune myself with the universal law, nobody can take your happiness. Nobody can take your peace. Nobody can take your peace. Nobody can take your happiness. What I said? That universal law is at work here and now, even in our session. No, but science also accepts the laws, when say there are many laws. Science accepts the law, but science falters in the fact that it attributes the law to the object. Universal laws are independent. And that will drop the delusion forever. Delusion rejects, defies universal law. Dispassion moves the mind to work in tune with the universal law. So let us understand this little deeper. So we have to understand a little bit about this delusion, which is very much near to us. First level of the delusion. We are going deeper. Are you ready? No, I'm ready. I'm always ready. First level of the delusion is I am the body, not the real self. The morning I wake up in the morning is responsible for the creation of the me word that results into delusion. Why I am not the body? Five sense organs, motor organs. I still, I am the body. This is the moment I am the body, then I am the teacher, you are the student. See that? When I am the body, then I am the husband, wife, daughter, son, children. And then what happens? The mind enters with the attachment, emotional dependence. Are you getting it? First level of the delusion. I am the body first, then I am the IT expert, project manager. Sam is project manager. He's a big guy. So I'm a project manager. Now I'm working in the office. So I have to raise my qualification to compete with the others. Are you seeing that? Universal law of existence is not there. It is absent. I created the delusion and I work. How dare you, honey, said me this. Enough is enough. Let me divorce. Who divorces? Are you getting it? I am single, I am lonely. First I am the body, then only I am lonely. Are you getting it? Mind forgets I am the real self. So identification with the body is the root cause of this world, the world of suffering we created. If I am not the body, explain me any relationship in the world. First level of the delusion. Second level of this delusion has two parts. Now we are exploring. Are you getting it? Are you with me? No worries, even if I'm not with you, I will listen to it. I'm attacking, hitting your mind, not you. How dare I can hit you? Because I'm the real self and you are the real self. There is no way I can hit you. But I'm hitting your mind. So first you understood the delusion part. I am the body, then I have relationship, then I have the car. If I am not the body, how can you relate yourself to the home and the car and the relations and the husband and the wife, anything in the world? But the mind starts working with the emotional dependence and it causes the attachment. It has two parts. First, I am the body. Then there are millions of modifications instantly enters into the mind. Did you understand this? What are those modifications? I am the son. Then there must be some parents. No, I cannot be the son without parents. Whether they are alive or not, that's a different thing. And then the parents, and then you have siblings, and then you have friends, and then you have the world, then what you possess. You identify with what you possess as me. I am the body. Then I own the car and the home, and the entire world of delusion appears in my mind. Are you getting it? So first, this is in the Eastern wisdom, we say this is a distraction. The mind lives with the millions of the thoughts. No, 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 I have to wake up in the morning, I have to do this, I have to do that. No, I don't want to talk to this guy. I want to talk to this guy. All comes from this modification. Do you see that? The moment you drop the identification, I'm not the body, all the modifications are gone. It is not so easy to reach there, but we are doing it. Why it is not easy to remove this delusion? One young guy has a cow, very dear to him. We are understanding the delusion part, the modification, why the mind is distracted, why the mind is wandering, why the mind is running all the time. So this young guy is very dear, and he was passing through the village, and he was bragging that, this is, cow always follows me wherever I go. The monk was also listening. Monk took the leash by force and left the cow. The cow started running, and the boy started chasing the cow. The monk asked, who is chasing whom? Means what? Means what? If cow is chasing the boy, it means that boy really means, but now he's chasing the cow. We chase unnecessarily our relations. We chase everything in the world. How? We give a branding. It is me, it is mine. Cow is mine, hence cow will follow me. It never happens. You are my honey, you have to follow me. It is my projection, it is my perception. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? That is the delusion. You buy a new car, you go out of your house, you look around your neighbors. Nobody is looking at the new car that I purchased. I can give you 1 million thoughts that enters into your mind because I am the body. So first, this delusion has two parts. The first, the mind keeps wandering. Mind is distracted only because of the delusion. Did you get it? Second is, the mind, this delusion hides the knowledge of the real self. Mind, in delusion, hides the knowledge of the real self because I don't remember that I'm the real self. The problem is over. I'm angry over you. I remember I'm the real self. Anger is gone. Do you see that? No. Really? Do you see that? Here and now. Hesitate. I'm hesitated because of you. Delusion hides the knowledge of the real self. Even we understand it. Even if we have attended 200 sessions, the delusion takes over, superimposes. Delusion in the mind superimposes its projection on the real self, and then I become a limited individual. So when I am limited, It causes fear, it causes insecurity, it causes reaction, it causes anger, it causes duality. Did you get it? No, yes, I get it. I'm intelligent. No, it has nothing to do with intelligence. It has to do with your understanding. I believe you get it, but we have to work on it again and again and again. Then only you will always keep smiling. But why it happens? Because when I am the body, there is a sense of small ego that I covered last week. That small ego takes over. It is so strong. It opposes the universal law. It opposes the universal law of existence. And when it opposes the universal law of existence, then you have to suffer. Now, I'm not saying you are suffering, but you have to suffer if the delusion keeps returning to the mind. That delusion contracts the mind, pushes us to move to the prayers, creates sins, emotional dependence, creates a cycle of pain, pleasure, and reaction. This is what our Eastern wisdom says. We continue the cycle of birth and death. We continue the suffering, and there is no way. Don't be so serious. It's not very difficult. Simple. Universal law, cause and effect cycle in the world belongs to the delusion, and the real self is beyond this cause and effect. Take simple example: a flower blossoms, falls down. Who did that? Flower did not make the law. The flower followed the law. The body has to follow the law. The mind has to follow the law. The emotions has to follow the law. My attitude has to follow the law. My behavior has to follow the law. When you follow this universal law of existence, you are in tune with the universal law. You are always in this state of mind. Let me open it a little bit more. Are you born because of your thinking, your desire? Universal law. So we are born, or even animals are born, in the womb of their mother. Universal law. Came out of the womb of the mother. Universal law. Huh? Did you grow your body? Or the body grows on its own? No. You may be responsible for becoming obese or slim, but you don't have a chance to stretch and increase your height. Body grows, body matures, and after the maturity, my height stops growing, and that maturity ultimately disintegrated. That is what is known as the death. I'm not the body. There is a cycle. I read somewhere, now I have stopped reading, I'm more focused on these texts of the Eastern wisdom. About 20, 25 years ago, one researcher here in US, perhaps, California, he said that we are not only the children of our parents, but we are the children of more than 50 parents. Did you understand? No, I understand. Let me explain you. Because when I die, I will mix up with the earth, phosphorus cycle, oxygen cycle, carbon cycle. My bone creates phosphorus cycle. That goes into the plants. You eat the plant, that is why you were born. So we all are very, very intimately connected to each other. There is no death of the body. If you believe in science, matter is neither created nor destroyed. Are you getting it? Because I'm not the body, so I cannot die. If body is the matter, then it is neither created nor destroyed. Did you get it? So why to worry? Why to be scared? My name in the form will go, replaced by the new name in the form, but this matter is neither created nor destroyed. When I live in with that universal law of existence, these laws are independent of any object in the world. They will continue. They have been continued since the creation of the universe. It has to continue. All laws are bound, not forced to evolve, but if we follow the system, we are in tune with the universal law, and that universal law helps us to awaken to the real self. Universal law you cannot change, like law of gravitation, Newton's law. Can you change the law of ears? Can the ear see? You cannot change. Can you change the law that we are bound with the eyes? Eyes can only see, it cannot hear. Five sense organs, five different ways of perception. I cannot change it. Do whatever you want to do. Bring any scientist, Nobel laureate to change the law. That's why once you understand this Eastern wisdom, you have that conviction that the science is working on the surface. Can you bypass any law? Let me see. Those universal laws are reflected in the two limbs of yoga, yama and niyama. For Lara, I'm saying. Eyes are objects. Universal law is behind of perception. Ears are object. Universal law is working. You bypass the universal law, you destroy yourself. And if you follow the universal law, you enjoy the calmness and the peace, the joy of existence. That is where we are taking our meditation. Rule is not to impose. This rule exists in the universe and the cosmos to bind the system in cohesion and take it to the harmony, to drop our ego, to drop the delusion, to move towards one common goal of evolution. Did you get it? No, I get it. But we have to live into that. The more you live into that, universal laws aims at finding the ultimate. My mind must tune with this universal law rather than it tunes with delusion. And to tune with the universal law, I have to live consciously from moment to moment. I have to live consciously in my thought, in my speech, in my action. So, when we destroy the delusion, the mind returns to its natural state to follow the universal laws. There is a natural tendency in the mind of kindness, of compassion, of love, of discernment, of dispassion that kills the delusion, and the delusion causes the suffering. The suffering goes away. So we have to work on the mind. Let us start our journey. Eyes are closed, body is steady, mind is facing within.